Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Bookhardt. Come join us at our newest clinic location at Good Faith Wellness Center. We provide compassionate health care for your entire family, from virtual visits to office appointments. We're committed to providing the best care. We accept all insurances and we provide monthly wellness plans. Let's start your family journey to a healthier, happier life. Schedule your appointment today. And remember, true wealth begins with good health. Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Bookhardt. Come join us at our newest clinic location at Good Faith Wellness Center. We provide compassionate health care for your entire family, from virtual visits to office appointments. We're committed to providing the best care. We accept all insurances and we provide monthly wellness plans. Let's start your family journey to a healthier, happier life. Schedule your appointment today. And remember, true wealth. All right. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Telehealth Tuesday. This is your go-to podcast for modern insights and wellness solutions. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Bookhardt, and tonight we have a very special episode lined up just for you. So, just before we get started, and by the way, we are waiting on our wonderful guest, Miss Shantwanna Macklin. She is running just a few minutes behind. As you guys know, this is live. This is live programming and a live podcast. And so anything and everything can happen. But we want to let you guys know that Telehealth Tuesday can be viewed on multiple platforms. Most notably, Dr. B TV, that's DOCTOR, the letter B is in boy, TV on YouTube. So please make sure to share, tag, like, follow, and most importantly, subscribe to help keep this amazing program going. You can also follow us on Good Faith Wellness Center on Instagram and Facebook as well. And just so you know, we are seeing new patients. We are offering our own plans. So if you have insurance, good news, we take all insurance policies. But if you don't have insurance, still good, because we have our own plans. $99 a month, that's unlimited visits for an individual. So in other words, you by yourself, you can come Monday through Friday every single day if you wanted to. Please don't do that, but you're more than welcome to do that. Monday through Friday, $99 a month, cheaper than your cell phone bill. I mean, come on. So that includes unlimited visits. If you need prescription refills, if there's something acute going on, like an upper respiratory infection, you think you have the flu, UTI or anything, if you've been diagnosed with diabetes and need a refill, things like that. $99 a month, $179 for couples, and $229 for a family of 4 or 4 individuals. So that's unlimited visits to the clinic. I want to tell you all about our guests. If you weren't here last Tuesday, if you weren't here, you truly missed something amazing. I don't know where you were, but if you missed it, you need to make sure to catch our last episode, which was episode 95. That was part 1. We had such great audience participation that we are back live for part 2, okay, with Miss Shantwanna Macklin. With over 25 years of experience in healthcare, Shantwanna Macklin has dedicated her career to caring for others across medical surgical units, behavioral health, and long-term care settings. A passionate advocate for mental and emotional wellness, she brings both professional expertise and deeply personal insight to conversations about healing and transformation. Today, Ms. Macklin is a powerful voice for women who are ready to heal. I want to say that again. Shan is a powerful voice for women who are ready to heal. You see that? We got to break that down. But I'm going to let her tell you all about it. She loves speaking about her journey of becoming, helping women to release emotional baggage, rediscover their true identity, and build healthier relationships with themselves and others. Through her work, she empowers women to move from surviving to thriving. So as we await her arrival backstage, I know she's eager to talk to you guys. I want to say hello to everyone over in Instagram land. We got some new people. Miss T. Harris, Michael Shine Official. Welcome to Telehealth Tuesday. We are here each and every Tuesday for your listening pleasure and learning and edification. We've got some questions for you. We actually only got through 2 questions last time because the audience participation was so amazing. And so hopefully it'll be just as good this week. We're hoping for even better participation. So we are broadcasting live on Instagram, LinkedIn, um, Facebook, and YouTube. So you guys come on in and look. This is want to make sure that you know that this is fully interactive. Even though we have some prepared questions, I've got 10 or 11 of them, but we want to hear from you. Okay. That is the best show, one which we hear from you guys. We want to take questions live, and there's no question that's off out of bounds. There's no question. Now, there is a such thing as a bad question or a silly question, but not tonight. So you get a pass tonight. So anything, there's no question that's out of bounds or off limits. And we want to talk about your health, wellness. So you guys fire away at will. I see my lovely mothers there. Lily James is watching. As always, thank you so much for your wonderful support. Dr. B TV, also on all of our platforms on LinkedIn. And you guys just give us just a few more minutes and we'll get started as soon as she signs in. But you all know that it's Mental Health Awareness Month. And so we want to make sure you know, look, and by the way, and this is not even just a plug for Good Faith Wellness, everybody needs to have an actual primary care doctor because you don't want to use the ER for your primary care because that's the worst thing you can do is go into the ER for things that are not even emergencies. It's going on right now. And so if you have a good primary care physician, you can avoid going to the ER for non-emergent situations, okay? Non-emergent situations would be, am I really pregnant? I'm constipated. I have run out of my refills for lisinopril and metformin. No, this is not the point of the emergency department. Or, for example, if you have a loved one in a nursing home and you don't like the quality of the nursing home, and so you take them out of the nursing home just to go back to the ER. It doesn't work like that because sometimes going back to the nursing home, you might not get that hospitalization paid for, and then now you're stuck with a bill, and it is overusing the resources for people that could have been in those rooms who actually need the emergency care. So we want to talk about that. Uh, I think that Shan is calling in. Just 1 second to the audience. 1 second there. Hold on 1 second, everyone. You guys stay right there. She's calling in. Hey, hello. Yeah. You just click the thing, like last time there. Hold on, everyone. Come on in. You guys come on in. So yeah, I think she's on here now. Let's see. She said, I'm here. So she's coming on in. You guys stay right there. We're going to get going with this. We are going to get going. I'm waiting for her to, let's see, click the accent today. Okay. All right. So as we were saying, you definitely don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to be going to the emergency department when you can go to a good primary care physician. Okay. And also, we're talking about mental health awareness. So this is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and also on Michael Bookhardt, MD. We have a poster up, and we're talking about all the different things about mental health wellness. Let me try. Okay. I guess she's having some difficulties getting in. Good people. Let's see if we can send a link another way. 1 second here. Banners. Sometimes this happens, guys. So you guys just kind of hang with us. Replace speaker. Okay. Go back. All right. I think, let's see here. Not from week, but today. Okay. All right. Come on in, everyone. We see some new folks. You guys come on in and let us know what questions you have. We want to talk about, this is episode 96. Episode 96. Thank you for you guys in with us. Episode 96, Love, Truth, and Healing. I don't know why this is feeding back, and that's what's going on. try that again. Testing, testing. You guys let us know if you can hear me still. I don't know what's going on with that software. Can you guys hear us? Steve. All right. All right. So now add to, yeah. Yours keeps going out there. Uh, oh yeah. And now it's doing this echo business. I don't know what is going on. And let's see with the audio. Yeah, we're back on. And then yeah, stereo echo cancellation. It's- Okay, test, test. Can you hear me, Sam? Okay. All right. Turn your
Okay.
phone. Well, turn it the
Can you
other
hear me?
90 degrees. Yeah, that was yeah. There we
That'll
go.
work. Okay, gotcha.
Now I don't. Now this is now the last problem is the audio. Yeah. Okay, so go with the iMac, Michael. Test.
I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
So yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you.
Uh, okay.
Shamika.
Yeah, she
She
had said that was
back?
about 6 minutes ago. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Echo. Yeah, I don't know
You can
why
it's
the
still echoing. I can hear
it's
you
a delay.
clearly. Mm.
It's a delay. Hmm. Hmm. Uh,
Let's see.
okay, you went out again. Okay.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I was just trying to make sure it wasn't anything on my end.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why what that delay is coming.
It's kind of
Yeah, that's try that one. I'm switching the mic input. Okay. All right. Say something now.
Can you hear me? Hello? Testing.
Unless it's just gotta be it. Try something else here. Okay. Okay.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Input. It's my headphones. Mhm. Testing.
Okay, I can hear you.
Muted microphone, external. Okay. Hmm. No audio.
Mm, 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 mm.
I think what I may do is,
My Tuesday has been a Monday.
yeah, uh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely a first. Yeah, definitely a first. Mhm. Well, we're hearing that they can hear. Um, we're hearing that they can hear the audio.
But are you hearing like echo? Because I can hear you, so you must be hearing an echo in the background.
Okay, testing. Uh-huh. Okay. Still, are we still hearing the audio on live? Okay. Okay. I think we may have it. And you can still hear me, Shan.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay. Testing. You can hear it on. We can hear it on the audience. Okay. Well, we'll just go with it. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Well, let's get everyone back in. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it's echoing on my end, but I'll deal with it because as long as they can hear it out there. Um, yeah, we'll deal with it. Yeah, I'm not sure if. All right, Tim. The audio on both sides are good. Okay, that's perfect, there, Tim. We appreciate it, man. Well, I'll deal with the echo on my end. Yeah, that's fine. There. All right. So, all right, Sam. You can hear me still, Sam?
I can hear you.
All right. Well, we'll go with it. All right. So what's going on? Tell us. I kind of I
So,
primed up the audience.
so
Yeah.
sorry for the delay, you
Oh
all.
yeah.
We had like this team building meeting where we, after hours, you all know how that goes. So we had to go kind of do something after hours, and it kind of went over a little bit more than what I was so expecting it to. So please forgive me on my behalf of being late this week.
Okay.
So my and also, hey, my Tuesday is a Monday today. So hey, when life gives us lemons, what we do, we make lemonade. So
Oh yeah.
this is what it is. All right, but it's a pleasure to be here. We do. We make lemonade. So this is what it is.
That's
All
right.
right, but it's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you back on. I keep on fooling with this because it was a terrible delay. It was running your
Yeah.
sentences into each other into the other sentences, but I don't want to fool with it anymore because so since everyone can hear us, we'll go with it. So Tim says the audio on both sides are good. So
Right, Tim.
yeah. So let's talk. Let's. I think we should get right into it. I told them about
Right.
your bio. We read your bio again for those that were not here uh, last week, and we had an amazing show where we only got
Yes.
through with what
Questions.
two questions, right? Yeah. So we want to go ahead with. So we'll start on question number three, right?
Okay.
Shan, why is it that you say so many relationships struggle with, and this is a big one, so many relationships struggle with honesty, even when both people care about each other?
I think when it comes down to honesty, truly is being in tune with yourself and knowing yourself and knowing that sometimes the truth may hurt, but a lot of times it's because people are hiding behind cloaks and different things. When you live in your truth and you're becoming trying to be intentional about your healing and intentional about being the best person that you can be and having nothing to hide, you will be honest. Um, that's kind of how I see it. If you're trying to do some things and continue to do some different types of things like infidelity or lie about different things, it's strictly because there is something to hide because you're not fully aware of or intentional about what you're doing with that person.
you know, I'm so sorry, Shan. I heard I heard about half of that. I don't know what's going on, with that, but I'm going to leave it. But I'm trying my best to listen because it's running your sentences in. But we'll keep on
I can
going.
hear it.
I think the
Yeah.
audience heard you, so that's why I heard majority of that. We talked about honesty. So is that anything? And you don't have to go into any detail, but is that something that you've even seen yourself, like maybe previous friendships or relationships that even if it's somebody you care about, could be male or female, that you have run into this with? Have you seen this before?
I have seen it before. I have I try to be as transparent as possible because I feel like you owe that to whoever you're in a relationship with, whether
Do
it's
you have?
platonic,
Excuse.
whether it's
Sorry, do you?
mhm.
Is there something else in the background? I'm sorry. Do you have something else in the background? Like, do you have a? Is something else playing this online? Do you have a computer playing? Because that's
No,
weird. Is it going through your car
nope,
and Bluetooth? It's not going through your car.
mm-mm.
Someone had just texted me said, "Hey, I hear the echo now."
I hear it too.
You hear it too?
Yeah.
Testing, testing. Oh, here too. Yeah, I don't know. This.
I don't have anything on. What
This
about now? What you hear?
uh, yeah, that's a little bit.
Can you hear me without the echo?
Mm, yeah, I think it's a little bit better. Yeah,
Okay, so repeat.
I can.
Can everyone hear us without the echo?
Yeah, the only thing I can. Let me see here.
Sorry, everyone, but you all know how these technical difficulties can
Yeah, man,
happen.
I'm telling you, it's never happened like this, even on this.
I'm gonna be truthful with you. Sometimes when people need to be set free from different things and things happen, these
Yeah,
little things kind of happen to. Hey, it can happen sometimes. So, please forgive us, but this is what's going on right now. But we're gonna work
hmm,
through it.
that's right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm gonna go on the laptop. So Shamika T is back. I really don't.
Okay,
We're gonna
Shamika
roll through it.
T in the
Yeah,
house.
we're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna roll with it.
that's it. But I don't hear any echo. Okay, you're not hearing any echo from me now, are you?
Yeah,
You still hearing that echo from me?
yeah, but it's we're just closing real.
Mm.
Let's I think what we can do. Let's come back in. So you see that link that we gave you? We can come. You can come back in. I'm gonna remove you from the scene and click
Okay.
it. Come back in. Okay.
All right.
All right. All right. And then we will. What we'll do is. Okay. Okay. We're gonna try that right there. All right, guys. Third time's a charm for sure. Stay right there. Mika T. There. All right. There's John. There she's there. At the scene. Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. And turn the camera. Make your yeah, and maybe turn the volume down on your phone, and make sure it's not going through your car. Okay. guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can hear you for sure. Well, I can. Let's see. Yeah, and just turn it horizontal, turn it the other way so you
Here we
there
go.
like that. Yeah.
What about
All
now?
right.
Can you hear me
Yeah. Yeah.
clearly?
We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna pray. Look, we're gonna say now Tamika T is saying I can't. You can't hear her now, Mika. Okay, you can hear it now, Mika. Okay. Y'all go ahead and say we're gonna look, we're gonna go ahead and say a prayer because this we are Christians on here. And so
That's
because
it. It could
because
be
this is a
warfare.
first. This is definitely a first. Let me
Look, we having technical difficulties and then technical difficulties here
hmm
where
It say
I
y'all
feel
are
this
it say
way.
y'all are good. Look, we're gonna say up a prayer so you guys not gonna that's right. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and say a prayer with Mika T. I got some people texting me. You guys, hey, to the folks texting me, y'all come back on and said let me on the panel. Well, yeah, you don't worry about let you on the panel. You come back on this show, okay? We got
That's
some folks,
right.
Renee and us. So you come back on the show. Come on back in. I'm looking at the numbers. So to you who's texting me, I want to see that number go up by one. You come on back on. I
Right.
appreciate you
Come on in the
texting.
room. Come on.
So come on back on. When two or three are gathered, that's right, Mika.
This we
We
stand in the
want to get
midst. That's right.
and we want to make sure we're going to put some shout outs in there. Keisha, Newell,
Hey Keisha, thank you. Look,
Erica.
bear with us, you guys. I don't know what's going on today. But yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We're doing some shout outs to make sure these folks sprinkle me. Okay, get Jeremy Jones in there. You guys come on.
Hi
Uh,
Jeremy.
well, no, I was just we're putting him in there to see if he's going to come on. So we'll go
Okay.
with it. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, what we did was, and I'm sorry, I apologize for these audio issues and the delays. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through. If you hang on with us until about 8:15, 8:30. The question was, how can someone, I mean, why do so many relationships struggle with honesty, even when both people care about each other? And Shane, I know you already answered that, but if you wouldn't mind for the people that have just come back in, if you would address that for us, talking about honesty in relationships. Why is it so difficult?
I would say it's difficult because of the fact of fear, fear of someone not wanting to tell the whole truth simply because that person that they are afraid of what he or she may think or feel towards them, fear of losing that person. But and I have been finesse times because of that. People are not willing to be very truthful about what they have going on, and I always tell people when you care, and sometimes it's selfishness. Because if you truly care about a person, I always tell people that you owe it to that person to be truthful, and if you have nothing to hide, then there's no need to lie. So that can be on a lot of different that can come from a lot of different things of how a person may feel about themselves internally. Well, if I tell he or she this, hey, they may feel like I'm not worthy enough, or this may make them go and turn and do something different. Or a person could be like, if I tell her this, then he or she may not fool with me. And this could be for selfish gain. It just depends on that person. But I always tell people, you owe it to anybody to either, I always say, hey, I can either play the hand or throw the hand in. And so, just as a person of a great character and integrity, if that's what you hold, you're gonna tell the truth whether you win or lose. So I think it's just a character flaw or something with somebody when they just really not fully honest about things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because
That's a
it's a
true. That's true, Shamika.
yeah.
Shamika
I
said
saw
the
you
truth
try.
is
See.
something ugly.
Uh-huh. The truth is, yeah. See, I was like when you say something, then you're. I was waiting for your sentence to finish out. But it's a lag, and
Oh, okay.
but yeah, the truth is sometimes ugly and hurtful. So why risk it? Yeah, everything is very clear.
And that's true. That's true, Shamika. Um, and a lot of people don't because let's just say it can be our past. Um, some things in our past we may have not gotten right, and let's just say this person may come at the right time. Well, came into your life, seems like the perfect person, but because of and that's why we can't be so judgmental a lot of times, I think, when we meet people, because everybody has a past.
Hmm.
Sometimes our past follow us. Sometimes our past is a little messy. Um, but I always tell people, can't nobody tell your truth like you can. And if you tell your truth, live in your truth, you give that person the option to say, look, this may have been my past, but this is what it was. And let me be clear with you about this. I want to lay it all out on the table. If he or she is really into you and they feel that way, they'll take that and they'll know what they want to do with it. But just do not deny a person of their option to not be honest about what you have going on or whatever it may be. They'll know what they want to do with it, but just do not deny a person
Hmm.
their option to
Right.
not be honest about what you have going on or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you still hear me, Shan?
I can hear you clearly. I don't know. I think it's me that's lagging. Why I do not know.
You say you can?
I can hear you clearly.
Let me check. All
Very clear. I don't know. I think it's me that's lagging. Why I do not know.
right. um. We've got some more people, y'all. We'll leave it. We've got some people come on in. You're listening to Telehealth Tuesday. We're here live with Shan Macklin, right here, Jackson, Mississippi. We are talking. This is episode 96, and we're talking all things mental health. This is the episode 96, Love, Truth, and Healing, Part 2. The conversation we need but often avoid. Shan, I don't know where's our boy Kanoy. Where is Kanoy tonight, by the way?
Kanoy, where you at? Let me tell you. Let's text Kanoy and see what see where he at tonight. Somebody.
I see Remy. I see my brother Remy.
Hey, Remy.
Remy, not what's going on?
Let's see.
Yeah. Let's see here. Just let Kanoa see if he's gonna come on. The third person, I can't. No, there's no third person, Remy. He said the third. I guess if somebody's in the car with you, maybe that's what he's talking about. He said a third person. I can't
Oh
hear.
no. Yeah, this is my third person.
Oh, just the dog, Remy. That's the third person, Remy.
That's it. That's my big dude. Little big dude.
Just pick. That's actually thick one. It's not necessarily the truth that's the most painful. It's the person's alignment with that truth. Yeah, right. Dentist said, Colonia Rome. Dentist said that A1C has to be low for a tooth removal. That's a random one, but we appreciate your your comment. I know is that a question or a comment, but yes, we'll switch gears just a little bit because this is Telehealth Tuesday. And so I can appreciate your comment about the dentist saying A1C has to be low for a tooth removal. So we'll go into that real quick. A1C, right? Pre-diabetes is 5.7 to 6.4, and then diabetes is 6.5 or greater. And so, yes, you definitely want your A1C to be as low as possible for tooth removal or any procedure. You want it to truly be low just in general because I mean, you don't want to have diabetes at all. And if you have it, you want it to be at least under 7, the A1C, to make sure that your diabetes is under control, that you're taking your insulin or metformin or whatever it is that you're taking for that. So, all right. Well, thank you for that. Please keep them coming. If there's any straight medical questions like that, we'll take care of those and we will definitely address it. But going back to the topic at hand, we were talking about honesty in relationships. Some of the ladies chimed in. Mika was saying, I like honesty because a new man I'm dating will never get the old me, but I've grown from that, or should have. So I want to, Shan, you can help us unpack that. I like honesty because a new man that I'm dating will never get the old me, but I've grown from that, or should have.
And
Shan, do you want to
I
unpack
feel
that?
what she's saying, because what she's saying, she likes honesty. Here's the thing: for every relationship I feel like that we've been in, we've either gained something, we've lost something, but we've gained. So that's why I've always said, even with past relationships, when people backtrack, and like I've had people to try to search, saying was, hey, you don't get the same me twice. And one reason why you don't get the same me twice is because of the is simply what is this? Okay, I'm sorry, yeah. It's simply because we learned from that. We learned, so the person that I once was, I'm no longer her, or you're no longer him. So I get what she's saying, because the old me is the old me. I've learned a lot and gained a lot from past relationships and past things that have happened and experiences. So with that, I truly feel like what she's saying. I believe in honesty, because there has been some times that I wasn't honest about some things, and the person just said, if you would have been honest, it would have um made things a little bit clearer. I could have seen you in a different light. I could have I think one of the persons that I dropped the ball on, I think everybody drops the ball on someone, that I was never I wasn't honest, and I wasn't truthful on a lot of different things, because I was hurt, so I restricted a lot of things. And he was like, hey, Shan, all you had to do was tell me the truth. If you would have told me that and told me how you felt, I would have waited. So, but I didn't know that at the time. So that can be a part. I'm with Shamika with that when she says that. In there. I can't hear nothing now. In the hell is going on? Mm, okay. I don't know what's going on. Can't hear you. I can't hear Mike. Mike, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. Keisha Newell, there you go. We've been looking. All right, there we go. And
April,
there's
thank
April.
you all, because I'm like, ugh.
Oh yeah, there's April. April saying
Kanoy
a big
said
shout
he's
out
about
to
to
Keisha.
get on the live, so he need to get on so he can
All
have
right.
his discussion. Okay, you all, we good? Thumbs up if we're good. Ooh,
Let's see here.
thank you.
That's yeah. He's gonna come. Not yet, my.
What we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Let
It would.
Kanoy know what we talking about.
He knows exactly what's going on. Kanor, if you put your email on there, we can probably get you on. If you want to get on the screen, man, we can send me your
Chime you
email. We can
in.
get on there. I think I have his email. Let's see if we can
Because
invite
I do
guests.
want to know it from a male's point of view.
Yep, absolutely. Uh, I'm gonna see if I can get him on there. Let's see.
Oh, y'all, show us some grace tonight. I'm telling you, I don't think, it's just something about the atmosphere when people are trying to get set free or have answers for different things to help set someone free or to gain clarity out of a dark place. These type of things always happen. That's when you know something is good, because if you don't have any warfare behind it. Okay, he said we keep buffering. um you tell him to check his email.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay, something that somebody sent that to. Yeah, and then what we'll do is.
Oh, y'all.
Let's see there. Yeah. It was great the last week, so I don't know. We'll have to
Y'all, we don't know what's going on, but something going on in the atmosphere.
yeah, we'll definitely address that. Mhm. I feel like this is like verses when it first started when Teddy Riley when he was like he went around like Teddy Riley was all confused on there and but hey, people are coming in, more people are coming in, so we're gonna keep rolling with it.
That's it.
Monica Ellis, Monica, good to see you. Thanks for joining. We see y'all over there. TC, Terrell Moses in the building. Let's Terrell Moses in the building. Good to see y'all. Welcome to Telehealth Tuesday. Uh, Red, we've got Red. Man, what's going on? We see y'all over there. Yeah, thank you. You guys come on in. Come on in. So we're talking just again, just for the people that just joined us. This is episode 96, and we're talking Love, Truth, and Healing Part 2, the conversation we need but often avoid. And for some reason, the devil is trying so hard to prevent us uh, from having this much needed conversation. Yeah.
This has
Okay.
been definitely, we've never
Look, I
had
think,
this
hey, look, I
much.
think we got it. Can you? There was something in the background going on. Uh, I think that was. I think that was it there. Tawana, man, and French, y'all good on my end. All right. I think we're cooking with grease now, Shan.
All right. Well, let's fry this fish then.
We're cooking with grease.
Say
We're gonna fry this fish. Come on, somebody. And we're
that's
gonna take
it.
up. We're gonna look. We're gonna pause for the cause and let's say a prayer, a real prayer, right now to to let everyone know and everyone up under the sound of my voice that we rebuke the devil. We rebuke any spirits
That's
of
right.
technical difficulty. We rebuke any spirits of anxiety, any depression. We rebuke those evil spirits that are trying to prevent the word that we are trying to get out tonight. We rebuke all of that in Jesus' name. We know that you're a healer, motivator, you're a fixer, and a fixator. That's not even a word, but he still can do it. And we say, won't he
That's
do it?
right.
And it's going to
Amen.
be done because it's already done. And we claim
Amen.
that this program will end without a hitch. And we're thankful for those of you that are still here with us, that are still rocking with us. And we claim the folks that are still here to come in to receive this blessing. In Jesus' name I
Amen.
pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
All
So
right,
let's
y'all.
we're gonna finish strong, Shannon. Let's do it. Let's do a rapid fire. I think I got it fixed now.
All
Lord.
right. Let's roll.
Yeah. All right. So we went through question 3 was about honesty. You guys come on in and chime in. Kanoa, I don't know if you're still there, brother. If so, put something in the chat. Amen to that. The next question, we had prepared questions, but you guys feel free to chime in with your questions or comments. Keisha, if you're still on there, bring that same energy from last week. April Sample, bring that same energy from last week. Red, Naz, Monica, everybody who's on Instagram land, welcome to Telehealth Tuesday, episode 96. And you know what, Shan? I feel like we need to give it up not only thankful for you being here for 2 weeks in a row, thankful also for episode 96,
Come
96
on,
episodes in
episode
a row.
96.
Episode,
Yes.
so give it up for all that and give it up for those for sticking with us tonight.
That's it. Thank you
Your
all.
patience.
Even though we're having these glitches and technical difficulties, and Tuesday is a Monday, but hey, like we do
Mhm.
with life, we take the lemons and we make lemonade out of it, baby. A little extra
That's right.
sweet for me.
Make it look. That's right. Just as long as you don't have diabetes. Come on, somebody.
That's, well, splendor.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, our fourth question was second for the night, but fourth in the series. Um, what role does self-awareness play in building healthy and lasting connections? So, look, I want to tackle this one, Shan. The question was, what role does self-awareness play in building healthy and lasting connections? And I just want to say, this self-awareness, and sometimes we stepped on a couple of toes last time, and I've said this personally to a few people because those two words. And Tim Lee, are you still there, brother? Put something in the chat because this one is for you, Tim. This one is for you, Tim. We want to use the word that neither you nor I appreciate. We can't stand it, and that word is narcissism.
Narcissist.
It is so overused. It is incorrectly used. I want to give you guys the definition. Okay, I'm going to give you guys the definition of narcissism, right? Because this is something that everybody says. Oh, this is he's in. And it's usually from a female to a male. So we're gonna give you that right now. The official. Now this is not the AS. The for the American Academy of, I believe, Psychology or Psychiatry. This is just a straight Google. A narcissist is someone with an excessive, unhealthy interest in, and admiration for themselves. Notice that we said someone with an excessive and an unhealthy interest in and an admiration for themselves, while everyone possesses some natural self-focus. A true narcissist exhibits a severe lack of empathy and a constant need to be the center of attention, often at the expense of others. Now, the
Male or
reason
female?
and that right,
No
and it didn't
gender.
say that's right. And so I wanted to highlight that because you see that there are several parts to it. A narcissist is not just somebody who's selfish. Because what TV Land and Tyler Perry and Steve Harvey and all these self-proclaimed people, they get on there and say, well, this is narcissistic activity. We are overusing it. It is incorrectly used. I just read the actual definition of a narcissist. And most people that we're relating and we're saying those words about, they do not meet that criteria. The other thing is talking about the word ding, 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 accountability. And that's why I'm going into narcissism accountability, because the question was, what role does self-awareness play in building healthy and lasting connections? But we have to know, again, no offense, does not only apply to men, it applies to the ladies too. And
Correct.
unfortunately, in today's society, most of the ladies, not all, most, are not self aware. Take it away, Shan.
And that is true. Cause self-awareness, I think that in my opinion, self-awareness plays a big role when you're dating. If you are doing, I always tell people, if you're not doing the work, you do not know who you are, you shouldn't be dating. You
Hmm.
shouldn't
Say that
be
again.
dating.
Say that
And
again
the
for the.
reason why I say that is simply because you got to know love to know what loves look like. You got to know what you have to be nurturing and be kind to yourself in order to be kind to somebody else.
That's right.
And if you don't know these different things about you, your standards, the things that you go for, the different things about you, and you have, because let's be, self-awareness comes with, a lot of times we was raised one way, and just because the fact that I always tell people it always stem back from childhood. Our parents wasn't always right. Some things we have to unlearn and relearn all over again and become self-aware, because if you really look at it, Mr. Rogers was saying that once upon a time, as children are just children. They don't know the difference between right and wrong. They
Mm-hmm.
don't know the different things between certain things. You have to be groomed as a kid to know these things. So a lot of things that we do have is programmed by our parents and people that we've been around. Our environment is what shapes us. If you've been in a dysfunctional environment, if you've been in an environment where there was no love, but maybe support, there are a lot of different things that you learned that were dysfunctional.
That's
But
right.
it's something about learning who you are. That's just like we have obesity, things with children. We was always learned to what? Eat everything what? On our plate.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But if you look at, when it comes down to a nutritionist, everything's supposed to be in proportion. And so many meals we supposed to eat today. We can take that same thing when it comes down to self-awareness with us and the things that we've been taught. A lot of things that we've been taught could be wrong because it's a projection of somebody else. But once we get in tune with ourselves and to learn, who am I? And to ask God, who am I? What am I? What are the things that I like? And then a lot of times that's a lot of seclusion to yourself, getting to know yourself. And once you do that, you will learn that a lot of the things that you've been taught to learn, you really don't like. So
Wow.
it's the self-awareness of having a partner and being intentional about that. You have to know who you are. Because if you don't, you will predicate and project the love and what you want onto somebody else, because that's all you ever knew. And that's not who they are. And you can just say, hey, I can be supportive of you, but
That's
I'm
right.
my own woman. I'm my own man, but I have to do it on my terms because this is who I am. And then you'll know what's for you and what's not. So self-awareness plays a big part when it
It
comes
plays.
down to relationship and dating. And
Absolutely.
self-awareness comes with healing.
Mm-hmm. And so many people, like you had said a few minutes ago, you made a comment about having no business and being in a relationship. And I know we probably all have fallen victim to that. We've probably all been in something where we shouldn't have been in. That's the thing, and that self-awareness is so important because again, it's men's mental health month now, June, and so we're focusing on that in that Good Faith Wellness Center. But I think this was such a great question, and we can really unpack that because um, we concentrate on it, like I was saying before. I see Keita Humphreys. We concentrate on that mainly from on the men's side, and as we all know, it takes two to tango. It takes two to have a relationship to keep it going, and it takes two to screw it up. Now, there may be somebody who, if it's abuse or cheating or different things like that, maybe there was only one person doing that, so they were the catalyst for the relationship or the friendship not working out. but usually that there are problems usually on both sides. Maybe the on the other side is not as egregious, but there are certainly things that maybe on the receiving or the victim side, there might have been needs that have not been being met uh, from them over to the other side. So that self awareness is so important. So we wanted to highlight. Keita Humphrey says, "Come on to Wounded Healer." Let's go to our next question there. And the next question is, oh, by the way, Remy, what you said, Remy, you can have a superficial, situational honesty, but true integrity requires self honesty. Without that, honesty is just a tactic rather than a core principle.
That's
Man,
true.
I love that, Remy. And then my mom put a comment on there. I think it was above. She said something about true. Okay, yeah. When we were talking about that stuff earlier, when we had all the echo and all that, and she chimed in and said, "But your honesty should be constant. It shouldn't change based on who you're
Right.
dealing with." Because I think Mika had said something about with the new dating a new person. Yeah, Mika had said, "I like honesty because a new man I'm dealing with will never get the old me." But I've grown from that, or should have. And then that's when Mom was saying, well, even with the growth, but that honesty should remain constant no matter what.
And that's true because honesty is a character. It shows character and integrity. And that's one of the things, like when you're dating, that you should kind of always kind of deal with. And I remember telling a person, you lack integrity, you lack character, which because a lot of people, I have known for a lot of people to do omitting, and they'll say, oh, well, I don't lie. I said, well, omitting is you're leaving out truths that needs to be told, that you leave out. That is a form of lying. Well,
Hmm.
they say white lie, but lying is lying, and omitting
Lying is
is
lying, right?
still a form of lying.
Yep,
You're
lying
not
is
truly
lying.
fully being honest.
Yeah, that's that's right. Remy says, great topic. One way to determine narcissism: if people feel the need to tear others down in order to separate themselves, lack of empathy and need validation, overwhelming sense of entitlement. Then we have to look at NPD. You saying what? Are you saying narcissistic personality disorder? Is that what you're saying, Remy? I think that's what he's saying. And that's the other thing. Like they're so closely related, they have some different features of one or the other. I wanted to get. Let me see if you'll chime back in because we have a back on.
And I think the reason why people try to diagnose people with narcissism or being narcissistic, because if you want to be honest, every last one of us as human beings have some type of trait. So you have those different types of traits that somebody may have, but that does not mean that that's who they are.
That's right.
But everybody has some type of trait. You'll be lying if you say you don't have, if you read
Oh,
a
you'd be
lot of
lying
that,
on that.
because we are selective. Some people can be selective of empathy. If you've been a person that maybe have been molested or different things like that, and you see a pedophile, then
Hmm.
you may not have empathy for that person.
That's
Kill
right.
them dead. And so that's why it's a thin line, because it depends on what you've been through as well. So you have to kind of be careful with that, and how you how you project some, because you can project
Hmm.
your feelings onto someone and call it something and label it something that it's not. And I try to be intentional about not doing that, because um that can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we'll go right to it, so we'll get through a couple more before we get out of here. Again, I hate we cut it out. Look, I don't
I
know.
know, y'all.
I don't know if it's the
So
Lord or
sorry.
yeah, it's all good. I don't know if it's the Lord or some other spirit, but it's almost like we might have to almost go with part three. We'll know what to do next time, or
Right.
we'll get a roundtable discussion. We'll get Kano in there, and maybe Remy will join us, and Mika T. Uh, but yeah, and then was it Keita? Was it Humphreys last time? That's a counselor. Was it Keita Humphreys last time?
Right.
That was okay. We'll get her in there. The next one was how can past trauma silently affect the way that we communicate and trust others? What about our past, Shan? That past trauma
Right.
that so many people, for example, one past trauma would be, this is a pretty bad or egregious one, but in the black church, everybody sweeps a lot of things under the rug. So the good old
Mm-hmm.
deacon or the pastor or somebody's uncle has been, fondling little children or doing things. Not only the Catholic priests, no shade on the Catholic Church, but
That's
even in the
true.
black Protestant church, we have this kind of foolishness, terrible things going on, and everybody keeps it, sweeps it under the rug, keeps on the hush hush, on the low, and because they don't want to tear down these dignified men of God, I'm using quotation marks, and they might even sometimes be mega church pastors. And again, no shade on that. We heard about the particular pastor who's an amazing speaker who was forced to retire, who used to go to Diddy parties and was labeled as a power bottom, but we won't even go there. We'll stay away
All
from
right now.
we'll stay away from that.
Don't go
But
there.
I just said all that to say that this is the question was about past trauma silently affecting the ability to build healthy and lasting connections. What do you say about that, and how do people get through that? And have you seen that in your personal experiences?
In my personal experiences, when it comes down to trauma, there are always triggers, and you have to know your trigger. Um, there are even like certain things for me. Um, Once you heal from these different things, I always use this analogy. Just say if you've had a heart murmur or a heart problem,
Hmm.
and you have a surgical procedure done, the scar is still there. It'll never go away. The scar is still there. That scar is there to show you every day what happened. But there are certain triggers that we have, and you have to know your triggers. That's why the self-awareness and all of this stuff play a whole role as a group, a part of it, because the fact of we have been taught, especially in our black communities. And I think that's why a lot of our children now, people say, why are they so angry? Why are they so mad? Why are they just killing? Because here's the thing, the giants that you don't conquer, your children and the generations ahead will have to. Um, I always tell people also, be careful even in when you're doing things, to be careful even who you're doing it to, because it can come back to your children. It
Yeah.
goes is really biblically rooted in those things. Like you said, we was always taught to push things under the rug, to be quiet, make the peace. And what we're seeing in today's society,
Hmm.
you're right, Miss Humph, I like that.
Yeah.
Oppressive aggression.
Spot
And
on.
so those things, and people are saying, why are these children are this way? Because why the men are the way they are today. So I always take that back, and I know I'm kind of going off subject, but I like to deal with the root of the problem.
That's
I
right.
always tell people, you look at in slavery time when a man was called a boy, and let's just say this is slavery time now. He's sitting at the table with his family.
Hmm.
And that slave master could come and get your wife from the table and tell her to go outside, and I do what I do to this woman that I love, and she come back knowing that she's been touched by another man, and I'm quiet, I can't say nothing. Same thing with the women that was from, it's the mentality of the slave mentality. Hey, I can
Hmm.
come and get your baby daughter that I like, and I can go and do anything to her, and I'm quiet and I can't say nothing.
That's right.
So we was taught in our society to be quiet. Don't And so with that, they knew that fear was a thing. If they didn't know fear was a thing, why wouldn't with a slave would run away? They'll burn you alive or whoop you in front of everybody. It's something about instilling the fear. It's something about instilling those things and that trauma that is passed down through DNA, which has been scientifically studied. I'm not telling
That's
you
right.
how I feel, but these are things that they have worked on, even with the lab rats and different things like that. Trauma is passed down through DNA. A lot of times, some people may have not even went through things. You may have made it better for the life for your children, but because of trauma passed down, something that you didn't take care of, now it's hit your house, and you wondering where's all this coming from. So when we are silent about things and we don't, that's right. You're right. That Willie Lynch, and they wrote a book about that, Remy. So it's anytime they wrote a
That's it.
book about how powerful it is, and it's still going on today. So now we're wondering because we've been quiet, and then when the crack era hit, hey, because at once point in time, once the being in the late 60s and early 70s say, hey, I'm going out for milk, and never came back home. So they never came back home because the man was the guy head of the family. Okay, now the woman that got 5 or 6 children, used to being at home, being a caretaker, taking care of the house. Now she has to go clean houses, make this child do this here. Now she has to suppress her. It is so much when it comes down to that, man. It's so deep when it comes down to that trauma. We can go on a series of what's going on, and how did it happen. It is rooted in so much of what was happening back then, and now we're just seeing the byproduct of it.
That's right. That's right.
Because now these children are, if you really look at it, they don't even know why they mad. They can't even verbalize why they're angry. They know a lot of this is not theirs. So if you've ever been, just say, Mike, you've probably been a generational curse breaker. I was a generational curse breaker for my family. It has been a lot of things that we have had to break. That wasn't even our fault. It wasn't
You
our
know,
fault, but we had to break those things.
that's that I think that is you're spot on with that. I want to highlight this that Keita says. Keita, we're going to have you on. I know I said this last time. The next time we're going to Shan, Keita Humphreys, Kanoy,
Yeah.
Remy's gonna come on. We're gonna do this thing, man. And I'm gonna sit back and just let y'all. I'm just gonna facilitate it and just lay back and enjoy. But Keita says I just finished a whole study in this not even 20 minutes ago, which
Yeah.
is why I chimed in so late. And that's okay, Keita, because we're just glad. Honestly, if you just chimed in, you got in 20 minutes late. That's just when we got the audio fixed. So you're actually right on time. He may not come when you want him, but he's
Look,
usually on time.
Keita, that's confirmation. That
That's
is
it.
confirmation. This is
That's right.
and a divine alignment.
The divine
This
alignment.
this
Y'all
has
come
not
on in.
happened by accident. And with all this stuff going on, if it's
Yeah.
no warfare that goes on, even with this technical difficulty being like this, yeah, you have to realize that spiritual warfare is real, and especially when we're dealing with things that can break off from generational curses. Because people are wondering why these kids are angry. Why this is a byproduct of being quiet about trauma. They don't even know why they're angry, and we're seeing the byproduct of when we do not deal with our trauma.
Hmm.
This is what happens.
That's right. And the other thing is when we don't deal with our trauma and going to the actual specialists like Keita Humphreys and
You
other
good,
folks
Miss
that have been
Wares,
on
right?
here, we need as African Americans, and I think the world we're doing a better job of this. But we still, in the minority community, have to do a better job at recognizing these issues and getting professional help and quit going to the doggone pastors who have no license in this,
What you
no
said.
degrees. Quit going to the darn pastors because, first of all, they have a secondary gain interest in certain things because if they're your church pastor, well, they don't want you leaving or because something's going on, they're going to do whatever they need to do to keep you right there in the fold so you can keep paying your tithes and offering and all that. So you need to go outside of this. We don't need any of your family, no nepotism, no pastor. You need to get a mental health professional and to go after this stuff. And the problem is, unfortunately, people have these issues, and like you're talking about the children, and people become so defensive these days that even as even I'm not a mental health professional, but of course, we do study psychiatry and all that in med school. And so even initially, like just kind of on a outer layer, the gross, kind of a gross kind of exam. When we see people and they bring their children in, nobody wants you to say anything. You can't chastise them. They don't want. And so those kind of defensive parents who say, "Oh no, there's nothing wrong with my child," this, and that, and they are handicapping the children. And then hear the generational curses and all the same stuff that we're talking about, lack of self-awareness, and then some of them do go on to develop personality disorders and all that. So we got to get a handle on this thing. That's why you got to bring them in to get screened. If it's a child, they need to be going to their pediatrician. They need to have their doggone teeth examined, because I've seen, Shan, we are seeing too many babies with them darn silver cap teeth. So you need to be taking these kids into the dentist. We need to make sure that teenagers and or young adults go to the primary care doctor to get screened, and we do basic screening for mental health disorders as well. I think Shan got knocked out there. I think that might even be our cue. It's 8:33. If you guys have anything else right now, if there's anybody who has a burning question or desire or comment, please don't hesitate to let us know. We thank you for all the new folks that have been in here. You guys give us some feedback. I want to thank Keita Humphreys, Remy Knott, my lovely mother, Lily James. We've had, who else been on here? Monica, Mika T, Keisha Newell, Erica's been on there. Kanoa was on here. I don't know, Kanoa, man, he's in and out. Well, we appreciate you joining us, big brother, and hopefully you can co-host it with me. I'm going to really, truly moderate. I'm going to sit back, man. But this has been a wonderful Telehealth Tuesday episode featuring Shantwanna Macklin, episode 96, where we're talking about the conversations, these difficult conversations. Love, Truth, and Healing was the title of this. So if there's something that you want to hear moving forward, if there's an episode you want to see, if there's an episode you want to see, or someone that you want to feature, if you want to be featured, please let us know. Drop us a line, goodfaithwellnesscenter@gmail.com. She says, no indictment on the, I'm a minister myself, but as a counselor, coach, minister, and educator, I can speak to that light because I haven't always been in this side. Look, and I appreciate that, Keita, and like I said, that's why we did say no shade on them. But we know, but you are kind of a dichotomy. You're an outlier because you actually have the formal training, though. You see what I'm saying? You're not somebody who just says they're coming up here because they feel called. You're someone who's actually done the research, taken the time, gotten the degree, and has the knowledge base to be counseling people. So with you being a minister, that's an even greater blessing, because you not only are led to do this, but you actually objectively know what the heck you're talking about. Trauma, Dr. Ware says, trauma and shame have to be healed before having a healthy relationship with your husband, your children, and friends. Yeah, absolutely. Fruit of my labor. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I think we got everyone's comments there. You said limited edition pastors, Keith. Well, I don't know what you mean by that one, but yeah, this is just something this is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. This is serious business. I'm so glad that you guys are on fire for this topic. We're going to have this topic and many more. We're going to come back with an amazing roundtable discussion. So again, thank you all for joining us. Thanks for hanging with us, man. We apologize for this crazy technical difficulty. It's in 96 episodes. I guess you're bound to have a first. And nevertheless, it's been an amazing experience and another amazing Telehealth Tuesday episode. Next week, we'll see you on a Tuesday, as always, God willing, right here, the same channel. What does you say, the same back channel and all that, Batman, as a corny humor. But we'll be right here, God willing. We're going to feature another amazing guest. We're always going higher and higher. And don't just keep it to yourself. Bring somebody with you. Don't be selfish. Don't keep this to yourself, because we are here, this is our way of giving back. This is our ministry, not part of my medical ministry, but we don't take any compensation for this. None of the guests are compensated. There was one episode where one guest was compensated, but all 95 other episodes, everyone's just is dedicating their time and talents to you for free and to help our community. We want to see this get better. We want to see everyone thrive, and there's no crab in a barrel mentality here. And there's room for everyone in the end. I know someone can chime in on that or in the comments. There's room for everyone. Where do we get? And this probably stems from the slavery, the mental health issues we have, and just deep seated things and problems where we're conditioned to be. And so we have this crab in the barrel mentality and pull each other down. Even if we do the same thing, there's still room in the end. There's still enough money circulating in the economy to go around that nobody's going to be taking away from you. So we want to keep driving that home. We want to promote other people's businesses. If you have a business, please type it in the chat, or we'll make sure to announce that. We always make sure our guests we announce what they're how you can contact them and what they're doing, what they're working on. So please continue to support us. Good Faith Wellness Center. Last announcement. We are taking new patients. So look, if you have insurance, great. We take every single payer. All right. You can't find that anywhere. No office does that. This is one here in probably the whole state. I personally, if you're coming to see Dr. Bookhardt, take every single. Nobody's going to be turned away. Obamacare, Your Mama Care, Medicare, Medicaid, Trust Care. Or that's not insurance, but and if you don't have insurance, that's great as well, because we have three plans. Count them, three. $99 a month for individual. That's cheaper than your cell phone plan. $99 a month, unlimited visits. Right? You can come Monday through Friday every week. We ask that you don't do that, but if that's what you want to do and see our smiling faces, you can come at $99 a month. We have we have 179 for couples, and then also let me take this out. And then also 229 for a family of four. It looks like I think Shan jumped right back in for the closing here. We're going to give her. Let me take this out. We're going to give her the last word on it, but we want to let you know, Good Faith Wellness Center. So if you don't have a PCP, with me, primary care provider, then you need one. Okay. So again, I'm gonna say it. Please stop going to the ER for foolishness. There are such things as bad questions, or basically stupid questions and visits. And one stupid one, okay, is going to the ER to see if you're pregnant. Another one is because you need a blood pressure medicine refill, even though you need it. I know you need it, because we don't want you to have a stroke. But that's not what that's there for. You need a primary care doctor who knows you, who knows the whole family, who knows when your blood pressure is truly up or down, who knows how to help you with your diabetes control, and who can sit and pray with you. Okay, and
That's
even
right.
listen to all the kind of stories you want to tell. So that's why you need to go to Good Faith Wellness Center. Go to Dr. BTV, DOCTOR, the letter BTV, and click the subscribe button. So important. Share, tag, like, follow, but please click subscribe. We'll give the last word. Shan is back. She's got good lighting. And so we're
Yes.
going to give the last word to Shan. Take it away, Shan, how they can contact you if you want to be contacted, and what you're working on. I think you got the Becoming, you got a book and some other stuff. Take it away, Shan.
Okay, so have you all know Dr. Bookhardt? Hey, like you said, you need your primary care doctor. So get at the guy. He look, as we know, he's a good guy. He's a man of integrity, so he's gonna take care of you. Great bedside mannerism. What we're missing today when it comes down to healthcare, we're really missing that, you all. But you all can. I'm sorry. That's how you kind of know that the devil is busy, y'all. Somebody ran into the light pole down the street, and that's
Lord.
why I was in the car. So now the lights back on. So hey, but there's hey either near here or there. We're here now. But you can contact me at Shantwanna Shante. Hey, Facebook. Also on TikTok, it's Shantwanna underscore Shante. So right now I am working on a book. I'm also working on a podcast, I'm very passionate when it comes down to things I believe in not just scratching the surface of a level. I like to get to the root of the problem. So as we know, we've been talking about the root of the problem even today.
Mhm.
And so hey, It's all about self-awareness, self-healing. Exposure expands you. Y'all have to realize a lot of people has not been exposed to a lot of different things. And once you kind of learn these things and know these things, it starts to resonate with your spirit. And once you receive the revelation, you can't expand if you're not exposed. So that's what we're here for. We're missing the village in the communities now. There's no village. So God has given us marketplace. Hey, you got Telehealth Tuesdays. This
That's
is
right.
marketplace ministry, you all. This is not the pulpit. This is not church. And I'm not telling you to don't go to church now. Hey, we assemble together. But at the same time, you all, we're missing that village. That village is here where we want to, not for people to just only be healed physically, but we want them to be healed emotionally and hold. So hey, I got some stuff going on, and at me and Doc, we gonna work on some stuff together.
That's
So
right.
hey, you never know when God may place something on my heart, and I may just go live. So if y'all ever see me live, and hey, chime in. So because we want to see people healed, set free, and delivered, and that is mental, that is spirit, soul, and body. So that's it.
That's right. That's it. That's all. Well, thanks so much. And shout out Remy. I see you offer insurance needed. Remy, y'all come see my brother. Remy's a great guy. He said he's offering insurance, so y'all need to come see him. You need to holler at him. Remy, you're just Remy J Knott on Facebook and Instagram as well, right, Remy? And then you still have that foodie group. You let them know about your foodie group. You got thousands and thousands of members in there. So if you want to know the best place to get some great cuisine all over the city and the state, you want to go right there to his group. So put those names in there, Remy. And then big shout out to Marnie Winning Tompkins, who was on here a few weeks ago. She's Best Coverage Solutions, BEST LLC, 769-300-1198. You can't expand if you're not exposed.
That's
Thank
it. Come on, lady. That's a word right there.
Can we
That'll
say it again for the
preach.
before we can we say it again for the people in the back?
Say it again.
You can't expand if you're not exposed.
I do like that.
Dan, I'm gonna give you a call here. Let's get off this thing, man. It's 8 4. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Hey, you all. One for you, Jackson area. One more time. One thing, Dot. Those that are in the Jackson area, we Desert Storm, and is a charitable thing that they do on the 15th Sunday of every month. Like after the 15th on that Sunday. Hey, we're looking for food supplies. If you have any type of toiletries, you can take them. A lot of times they take them and put them in a box at Capitol Grill, and Lateria and Martina and all of them come and get it. So hey, if you want to be a contributor to Desert Storm, which is done after the 15th of every month on a Sunday, please just bring those items there. We'll appreciate it. Thank you. All
Awesome.
right.
All
Bye.
right. We'll see you next time. See you later, guys. Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Bookhardt. Come join us at our newest clinic location at Good Faith Wellness Center. We provide compassionate health care for your entire family, from virtual visits to office appointments. We're committed to providing the best care. We accept all insurances, and we provide monthly wellness plans. Let's start your family journey to a healthier, happier life. Schedule your appointment today, and remember, true wealth begins with good health. Hello, I'm Dr.